because I'd had my family when I was young, because of all those statistics, and because I knew in my heart that I was not going to come down with any form of breast cancer. I was not going to get breast cancer. So it was a minute of denial when I did discover the tumor.
All cancer patients, just like brides and new mothers, will tell you the same thing. People say the stupidest things to you. So I tell you I have cancer, and you'll say to me, oh, my mother died of cancer. And you'll say, what kind do you have? I have breast cancer. That's what my mother died of. How old are you? 46. That's how old my mother was. You can't believe the things people say. And it's just like when you're a new bride, when you're a new mother, when you're pregnant, there are people who can't wait to tell you horror stories about labor. After you have the baby, they can't wait to tell you horror stories about the teenage years. And this was an opportunity for me to figure that out, because I couldn't stand it another minute. If one more person told me a cancer horror story, or worse, just didn't want to hear about cancer, because you have that too, people who don't want to hear about it. I think every cancer patient has a friend they're not friends with anymore. I think that's probably happened to everybody, because there are people who really don't want to hear about it, and it's a big part of your life. So I asked my chemo nurse, how do people handle this? What do you say when somebody says these things to you? When somebody says to you, you shouldn't be doing chemotherapy, you should be doing alternative medicine as you're struggling through this treatment that you believe is saving your life. And she said, well, if you figure it out, let me know, because every single patient talks about it. And here's what I finally came to understand, that you are, pretend for a moment you're the center of the universe, and around you are circles. So in the first circle are the people who really love you, who know you well and who really love you. Those are your closest friends, your family maybe, your husband hopefully. Those are the really close people. When you say to that person, I have cancer, they're only thinking about you. They're not thinking about them. So they're going to say to you, I'm going to be here to help you. They're going to say all the right things. As you move out into the farther circles, let's say the second circle is people at work, the third circle is, you know, acquaintances, neighbors, and these circles get farther and farther away from you. The less somebody cares about you when you say, I have cancer, the more they're thinking about their own experiences and fears. So they've lost a best friend, that's what they're going to tell you about. They lost their mother, that's what they're going to tell you about. It's not because they're cruel or stupid, it's because they're in circle number 8. And I realized that when I realized how many times I've said stupid things to people. To cancer patients, to brides, to mothers of newborns, I've said all those stupid things because I was in their circle 8. So when somebody said, I have melanoma, if it's my best friend saying, I have melanoma, then I'm there, and I'm there helping, and I'm saying the right things. If it's not my best friend, then I'm thinking, Mom died of melanoma, and that's the first thing that comes out of my mouth. So it helped me, I hope, to quit saying stupid things to people under all of these circumstances. But it was amazing to realize it was a universal experience, that virtually all cancer patients have had this experience of people saying the most unspeakable things to you. And it was a great lesson to learn why it happens, and then to try and stop doing it to other people myself.
You go in and you get your mammogram and they're testing you, and then you see one doctor come in and reread it, and they take more pictures, and then 3 more doctors come in, other people reading it, and you know something's wrong already. And they start to treat you like you have cancer.